If you're waiting for electricity rates to go down, for LUMA, our local electric power authority, to fully fix the grid, for the government to finalize uncertain projects, for certain incentives to expire, and for the hurricane season to hit before going solar, I need to be very honest with you. You're running out of time to secure one of the most smartest financial and energy decisions you can make in Puerto Rico. This isn't fear-based, it's reality. 2026 has brought changes that many people are not paying attention to. Between federal funding, cancellations, discussions around taxing solar equipment, and the eventual phase out of federal tax credits, the window of opportunities is narrowing. Today, I'll explain why in Puerto Rico, right now, is one of the most strategic moments to invest in solar energy. Now, a lot of people hear about net metering and assume that it's something that's always going to be there. That's a dangerous assumption. In Puerto Rico, Act 10 of 2024 includes a sunset provision. The new solar systems installed after 2030 may not qualify under the same rules. If you install your system now, you lock in a 1-to-1 net metering credit for the energy you export back to the grid for 25 years, protected by law through 2049. In simple terms, early adopters secure what's known as a vested right as a prosumer. Once your system is installed and approved, net metering protections stay in place for you. Now, what happens if you wait? Puerto Rico's Fiscal Oversight Board, La Junta, has been pushing to devalue net metering credits, similar to what already has happened in California and several other states. In those markets, homeowners who waited saw their savings drop dramatically. Those who act now keep the old rules. Those who wait take the risk of new rules that historically don't favor the consumer. So let's talk real numbers. Today, residential solar systems in Puerto Rico are exempt from the 11.5 sales tax. However, the government is actively evaluating removing that exemption to raise revenue. On a typical system, that could mean thousands of dollars in additional costs overnight simply for waiting. Now, on top of that, there's a 30% federal solar investment tax credit for residential systems. That one is scheduled to expire by the end of 2026. That's potentially $5,000 to $10,000 in lost incentives if you miss the window. We also need to acknowledge decisions by the current U.S. administration to cancel large-scale solar programs intended for low-income families in Puerto Rico. So while those programs existed on paper, many residents never benefited due to the bureaucracy and the strict qualifications. What concerns me most are two things. First, the justification for these cuts is the claim that distributed solar is destabilizing the grid. From a technical perspective, that argument doesn't hold up. In reality, this aligns more with a policy shift favoring gas and fossil fuels as a part of a broader geopolitical energy strategy. Now, that's how I think. Second, these cuts are unlikely to stop. They tend to accelerate over time. When you combine that with Puerto Rico's realities, which is a grid that will not operate reliable in the next coming years, raising fuel costs, and an unavoidable question: who's going to help us when the next Maria or big hurricane comes over? Now, as of January 26th, when I'm recording this, the data clearly points to one conclusion. The best time to invest is now, and only with a serious evaluation that protects your money long term. Now, I'm aware that solar energy investments is a significant and costly decision. That's why I work with financing programs designed to replace your current LUMA bill. Instead of paying a utility bill that increases every year, you transition to a fixed monthly payment for your own system, often with zero upfront costs and accessible terms. It's the difference between an endless expense and an investment that gives you peace of mind every time you hear rain and thunder outside your home. So people who understand all this follow up with the same question. How do I know what system I actually need? This is where many mistakes and expensive ones are made. I've seen companies sell systems over the phone based only on your electric bill. That approach can cost you thousands of dollars. I don't throw numbers around. Before talking about price, there are 3 critical steps. Load study. We don't just look at the meter. We analyze your appliances, pools, pumps, AC units, and startup loads during outages. Consumption profile. We review a full year of usage but more importantly, we sit down and map how you actually use energy and how that may change. That includes future plans and expectations during outages or major hurricanes. Physical inspection. We inspect the roof, the electric panel, and voltage quality. Puerto Rico has high and low volume issues that can damage equipment if ignored. I work with a licensed electrical specialist, expert, to verify voltage conditions and ensure both the solar system and net metering will operate safely and efficiently. This process prevents undersizing your system and avoids unnecessary reliance on LUMA when you shouldn't need it. Before we continue, if this information is helpful, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. My goal is to keep giving you clear, honest guidance, and if you're considering solar in Puerto Rico. 2026 is not the year to wait and see. It's the year to protect your household budget before the rules change. So in order for you to be ready, please download my free 2026 Solar Survival Guide, which includes 5 must-ask questions for your solar consultant. If you'd like a no-obligation load study and home inspection free of charge, send me a message or leave a comment below. Let's look at your home's reality using data, not promises. I'm Jose Toro. My goal is simple. When solar rules change in Puerto Rico, you're already protected. See you in the next video.